I'm starting off fresh, my budget. I want to restart and kind of regroup. We're starting off, like I mentioned, with $778. I went to the bank and took out money, so I have it here. And then we have most of our sinking funds are here, and then in our cash envelopes as well. So I'm going to count the money, make sure it's good, and then get started. $100, $200, $250, $300, $350, $400, $450, $500, $550, $550, and I'm going to count these in 20s just to make it easier for me. So I have 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $650, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 750, 10, 50, 60, 70, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I budgeted $778, but I have an extra $1. So we have $779. So for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna put it to the side. Okay, let's break this up. And all my bills have to face the same way, because that's the way that I like it. And so the 200, is that still in frame? Yeah, mostly. I am working on a DIY cash tray that I want to do. I may record it. If it seems too complicated, I'll just kind of do it and then figure out how to record it. But that is a video that I would like to do. I actually seen some really neat ones, but right now I don't have the budget to buy one, so I'm going to try to make one with stuff that I already own, and we'll see how it goes. 5s, and then I'll just put the 1s right there to the side. You can still see them. So that's our $778. I'm gonna start off with my variable expenses are kind of here. So the way that it works, I don't carry this around with me. I could easily, but I don't like to carry that much money with me. So what I do is I just will pull the money from the envelope when I plan on, for example, going to the grocery store. I kind of schedule myself to do these things so that I just like pull the money and have it. And let's say that I'm out and I have I purchased something from one of these categories, but I use my bank card. What I do is I will come back home and take the money out and pay myself and put it into the bank. So that works for me. As long as you remember to do it, there really isn't any negative to it, personally, in my opinion. So let's get started. So again, if you notice, all my envelopes are empty because we're starting fresh, brand new. And this last one doesn't have anything on it, and this is usually my back to bank, like if I have to put money back to bank, that's what I've been using it for. So I most likely will create a label for this. And then I have another one, which is a credit card. It's kind of like my online purchases. I'm using this at the time for my online purchases. I put the money in there if I use my credit card, which I use to make internet purchases. So for groceries, we said we were gonna do $110. So I'm gonna grab 2 50s and a 10 for that. So then we have 50, 100, and 10. Put that in there. Next up is car, and for our car, We said we're gonna do 166. So I'm gonna grab, I think I'm gonna grab 50s. So, I mean 2 50s, and then I'll grab 3 20s, and then the 5 and a 1. Should be it. So that's 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 5, 66. So that's for our car. Then we have our fun money, and for our fun money, we're doing $60. I'm gonna do 20, 40, 50, 60. So 20, 40, 50, 60. We're gonna put that in our fun category. Then next up is personal, and for personal we're doing $70. So I am going to do a 50 and a 20. So that's 50, 70. And I notice with these, I can't have them all at the same. If not, it looks bunched up. So I don't fully close them all. And then next up, I have kids. And for the kids, we said we were doing 35. So I'm gonna use a 20, a 10, and I ran out. I may have change. Let me see if I can get change. I found, I have 2 5s here. I'm gonna exchange, and I'm gonna put that back in my online credit card purchases. So 20, 30, and then a 5. And that's for my kids' fun. And I had a funny story. So I had a breakdown of how much I was gonna spend, how I wanted the money broken down so I can have the amounts that I needed for my sinking funds, and I wanted to be proactive and get my sticky note ready and my withdrawal slip and my bank card, everything ready, and I had it in my hand. And from getting out from my car to walking and waiting in line at the bank, I lost the sticky note. So I couldn't remember the amounts that I wanted. Thankfully, I remembered the amount of money that I needed to withdraw, but I had no idea of the breakdowns and how much I needed for what. So I kind of just guessed, you know, what I remembered that I would need. I walk outside, and on the floor, sticky glued to the floor, was my Post-it note with my breakdown. So yeah, didn't go as planned, but thankfully I remembered the amount that I needed, so we at least got the money that we need. Next up is clothes, and for clothes we are putting in $70. So I'm gonna take a 50, and then I think that I'm gonna do the 20, hopefully. I don't need it for anything else. So 50, 60, 70, and this is for clothes. And then next up, this is beauty health. I think I may end up separating these, but for now, keeping it. In our beauty fund, we're gonna put 60, so I'm getting a 50 and a 10, that's 60. And again, this is kind of like my health one as well. I'll probably separate those soon. And that is my purple binder. Next up is my cash envelopes. And next up I have my emergency fund.
Oh, I need that. Oh, I need it too.
And in my emergency fund, we're putting in 100. So I'm gonna use 100. Then I realized that I don't have 60s for my gas envelope. And I have 20, 40, 50. I'm gonna exchange that. And that should give me 60 for gas, 50 and 60 for gas. I'm gonna put that to the side to put in my envelope. And then I have left 20, 40, 5, 6, 7. So I have $47 left for my sinking fund. And in the meantime, I'm keeping it here in the sinking fund binder. I'm gonna keep that money here. And that sums up my video for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe. Until next time, bye.